Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here at VC Andrews again. Today, well, don't have a review or top 10. We're checking out a special he's done. It's an AI cartoon villain Norman Corwin Christmas special. Yeesh. I don't know how he came up with this one. I just sent him some files and that was it. I got nothing. Well, might as well just hop in and see what the heck I just got signed up for. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Here we go. Oh. Hey, BC.
Merry Christmas, all my wonderful Yuletide fans from the BC Andrews Critiquer. And I'm actually not going to be doing a review for my Christmas video this year. There's just nothing Christmas themed I really wanted to review. Though next year I plan to do an old versus new of the best Christmas pageant ever when the footage is available to the public. So what am I going to do this year instead? Well guys, I think it's time we had a serious and very frank discussion about AI. Originally I was opposed to it like the majority of people initially were.
Fair.
But I can't live in denial any longer. It's just way too damn cool and useful. Seriously, I think the futuristic world of Jetsons may not actually be out of the question by 2062, given where we are now. Unless, of course, AI decides to rebel. Though, given how
let's
body,
not go there.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And so I've decided for this Christmas, I'm going to use AI's awesome power to alter my voice to sound like many recognizable cartoon characters and present an adaptation to you all involving a classic story about a mean old miser who hated Christmas and wanted more than anything to get rid of it. But in the process of trying to do so, learn that Christmas is something you just can't destroy, and the meaning of it should be cherished, not detested. It's a wonderful rhyming story by a brilliant and cherished author called Norman Corwin. What, you guys thought I was doing an adaptation of The Grinch or something? Well, I guess that figures with the green shirt and all, but come on guys, the Seuss industry would sue my ass off if I did that. Plus, I think we have more than enough adaptations of that story, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to be doing an adaptation of a popular play called The Plot to Overthrow Christmas.
That's
19 years prior to Seuss's poem about the Grinch trying to destroy Christmas, Norman Corwin, who is said to be a huge inspiration to Rod Serling, to the point where Serling literally named a character after him in one episode of The Twilight Zone, penned a play in 1938, also in rhyme, that involved the devil himself attempting said dastardly deed of getting rid of Christmas. Well, not directly, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
The premise is basically that, contrary to what the South Park Christmas special showed, Satan actually loathes Christmas, mostly because the joy and love it brings causes so many potential victims of his to repent, thus saving them from eternal damnation. So when Christmas time arrives, Mephisto declares,
I must stop Christmas from coming. But how?
So to figure out how, he calls a meeting of several of the most heinous folks from history, like Emperor Nero, Emperor Caligula, Haman, Ivan the Terrible, Lucrezia Borgia, and more. And I think that's all I really want to say for now. The play was pretty popular back in its day, but today has fallen into obscurity in the public domain, which thankfully allowed me to do this version of it for you all. While it's definitely no Grinch, it is still pretty damn good. No pun intended. The rhyming is clever, most of the dialogue's pretty funny, and the ending, while a tad predictable, is still pretty sweet. So I've decided it's time to shed some light on this very underappreciated Christmas gem. And most of the voices, believe it or not, are actually going to be done by me, edited accordingly with the power of AI to match the cartoon characters I've cast in the roles to honestly what I consider to be amazing results. I'm sure you all will too. Of course, a few small artistic licenses have been taken here and there to suit who plays what character, and to make the dialogue a little more appealing to modern audiences, and with a few small twists of my own in the story here and there, and I'm sure my own little touches will be pretty apparent to you when you see them. So, to introduce
So, basically, he wrote his own version of the plot to overthrow Christmas. I'll be real, I'm actually kind of curious what he's gonna do, so you got my attention, VC, you got my attention, bring it on!
Modern audience to a very underrated Christmas story, show off the growing powers and awesomeness of AI, and honor the mentor and hero of Rod Serling himself. This is The Plot to Overthrow Christmas, performed by AI cartoon villains, and a few heroes.
that the South Park?
Did you hear the plot to overthrow Christmas? Well, gather you
Oh,
now for
hey,
Major
Hilda. It's
Xmas
been a while.
of Panama.
You're
and listen
not
to
mad
the
about the
story
whole,
of the olive in
Santa
the glory
shark
of
last
some
time,
glory
right?
goings on in hell. Though it happened in Hades, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
had to ask.
It happened down there that
Why?
the
You
fiends
saw what I
held a
was-
meeting. The
what I
fiends
did
held a
for last
meeting
time?
for the purpose of defeating Christmas. Now, why don't I show you the brewing of a plot down in the deeper Stygian grot? Grot is a poetical term for grotto. Oh, I'm playing the role of the Voce Sato, or more so, Hilda Voce, whichever you prefer. Bottom line, I'm the narrator. Just making sure you understand that before I sit on the bench and hear this anti-Christmas plot predating the Grinch. In the Stygian grot, the nobles of Limbo hatched a plot. And what went on in the sulphurous hole will soon pick up by remote control. Don't be surprised if you're deafened by thunder. Just as we start on the journey under, you'll hear earthquakes and all of the commoner varieties of natural phenomena.
I'm gonna have to ask him about what AI software he's using.
Down to the regions of the legions
Ah,
of the
just curious.
damned souls.
Well, off we go. Stewie?
Nero? Hey, Nero, where are you?
How dare you interrupt me in the middle of a movement of my favorite concerto? You should look to the improvement of your manners.
Sir, if you please, my
Pardon?
apologies. I would not have intruded upon your signal if the matter weren't so
Okay,
terribly
honestly,
vital.
should have made that
The
Trump.
most important matter in the world is piddling when it comes compared to Nero's fiddling.
Now, what you say may be very true, but I've been sent here to summon you to a great mass meeting of the tortured souls down the grot of flaming coals.
A meeting? What for? What's the big idea? Why can't the chap have some peace down here?
Doesn't sound that
Peace,
bad.
poor fellow, that can't be found on these premises. This is a region abounding in nemesis. Wait, where am I again?
Now you're talking like a travel folder. Tell me, Valet, before I
He's like,
smolder,
wait, where am I again?
Why are we meeting?
Or
Who's
Biden.
on the spot?
We're meeting in order to fabricate a plot against the festival about mortal men comforting, gladdening again and again. You see, every year
maybe.
they get together.
Never mind the facts. I don't care to hear how mortal men acts. The only information about which I care concerns the mass meeting and who will be there.
His Wickedness Mephisto will preside,
Fat figures?
and several of the Borgias will be sitting by his side. And down the front by the sizzling sodium will be many personalities noted for their odium. Haman, Caligula, Medusa, and Legree.
That's all very nice, but what about me?
Oh, you'll be sitting in row A, center, between Ivan the Terrible, Bet Tormentor, and Circe.
Mercy, good heavens, why they're both deranged.
Do you wish me to see if your seat can be changed?
Yes, if you will, please. Taste does
It's-
come first, even
wow,
though your
he's like,
soul's eternally cursed.
Oh, no,
You
Cersei.
got it.
Yeesh.
See you at the meeting then.
Yes, and now I'd like to get back to my fiddling again.
Hello, old chums.
Oh, what?
It's the Hilda Voce person.
Hi, Hilda.
It should have been explained that Nero is rehearsing for nothing in particular. He's just that way. While hell's fires burn, he likes to play. It makes him feel a little more at home. It's just an avocation he picked up in Rome.
Just a little heads up. If I remember correctly in history, I don't think he actually did fiddle. It was more of an urban legend. You know? Or at least that's what I heard. I don't know for sure if he actually fiddled during the burning of Rome. I mean, heck, there's still some people that said, like, hey, he actually did it, but... I don't know. If you ask me, I don't know the story, so... I don't know. You got me. I'll have to look that up later, but... I'm being a little stickler. Moving along.
This meeting will now like totally come to order, please.
Also, surfer?
Okay, I've called
oh.
you here from over 60
Yes.
seas of boiling pitch and blazing phosphorus to stop what constitutes like a loss.
I had a feeling
for
it was
us.
gonna be here.
See, we've like lost prestige, and I greatly deplore that we stand in danger of losing more. In the way of confidence and our spirit, we are far from our goal. We're like nowhere near it.
was that?
And here's the reason. Even though we've done well in carrying forward the works of hell, We've left a very big job
that
unfinished.
animation?
After all these years, there
know,
is
before
like
the
still
Charlie Brown one.
undiminished
I gotta-
goodwill on
what?
Earth every late December because of Christmas. Now, please remember that as long as this continues to be, the race of humankind will not belong to me. I'll now totally listen to any questions you have, and then you can give me your suggestions.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
Brother Heyman has the floor.
Heyman.
You say we've done
Oh,
well
Plankton,
in our
hey.
efforts to sell evil. I say we've done better. We've carried out the letter of your law. We've done what I think is a pretty good job. And I say, as a veteran demon...
Hey, sit down there, Heyman. Enough of this folly.
Sit down yourself. You're off your trolley.
Sit down, for I am Ivan the Terrible.
You're telling
And
us
Eugene
why
Krabs says,
you
"Ivan
are
the Terrible."
unbearable.
Demon dudes, this is like no way to act. Please proceed with a little more tact. I want more decorum in this forum. These personal remarks must cease. Now, Brother Ivan, speak
Ivan,
your
go ahead.
piece.
I merely want to say, in a casual way, that Heyman is a radical who always gets fanatical. Why, it would think to hear him snort that the words of the Soviets should stop short. Why, it would think to hear him talking that Putin and Medvedev should stop stalking the ways of the world.
Mr. Chairman, Brother Ivan is a demodog with a brain like the fly and the
Demodog?
manners
Okay.
of a hog. Now he says that...
That's
Order!
enough. Don't let this BS befall us. I now somewhat empathize for moderator Chris Wallace. Now let's just hear from some others. Surely there must be among you brothers enough venom and malevolence to crush a mortal man's benevolence. It really comes down to this.
Ironic.
Are we gonna let a little holiday like Christmas get the better of us down here below? No. Very well then, boozers. Very well. Let's go. Now let's lay down some plans to overthrow Christmas and all that
Also,
gunk of holly mistletoe.
Looks like he
and
left a
stuff.
little something there.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah,
that Cartman?
Caligula, take the floor.
Mr. Chairman, I
Called
am
it.
Car. As a former emperor, anything which curbs our rule, I suggest we start right in manufacturing more sin. Let us give a couple presents too, like candy sticks and things to chew, fruits and nuts and little cakes, poisonous as rattlesnakes. Then
Honestly,
our
it's-
zealous worker bee, bichloride of mercury. Let us wrap in tinsel bright little gifts
Honestly,
of
I can
dynamite.
definitely
Work things
see
so that
Cartman
men will
doing this,
fear
you know?
Whenever 1225 draws near, soon at this rate, if you please, men will hang from Christmas trees.
Caligula, my man, I'm gonna permit the chair to say that I think you got something there. And now with this awesome start, let's hear some more.
Mr. Chairman, may I level with the devil?
Yes, Brother Nero,
Nero?
you can have the floor.
With all due respect to Caligula's views, I think there's a better method we can use. I've just heard lately that men are giving the rest classical music by making it jazz. They're swinging back, and what is keener, they're doing the shot to Palestrina. And as a connoisseur of music, of course I love the works of Rimsky-Korsakov. Oh, that card. But today I noted with a bitter shrug, they've made Scheherazade a jitterbug.
Even though we admire your clever rhyme, would you get to the point? We're wasting time.
I was just about to say when you interrupted, a Christmas could easily be corrupted. If you take and swing all the Christmas carols, why just think of the evil? Why barrels and barrels of sacrilege every time you play a pious song in a profane way? Why, once you entice them to swing Noel, then victory will belong to us fiends. Well,
So, option song?
Mr. Chairman.
Oh, Uncle Tom's Cabin villain Simon Legree, yeah.
I'd like to say that it seems to
And
me
there's Mr.
that
Burns.
you're all barking up quite a penniless tree. I think Mr. Nero has made
So,
quite the wrong
where's the
guess.
Borgias?
The way to go about it is to get in Congress and bribe a bunch of senators who don't know their oaths and make a purchase of a block of votes. And then they can legislate a situation where they can simply rule Christmas right out of the nation. They can all get
think they
together
actually
and
did that
declare
once.
forevermore there won't be any more Christmas anymore.
I think the grease...
Honestly, I think I remember there was a rule that banned Christmas once. Massachusetts, I think? Don't quote me, it's just something I remember. I'll have to look that up later. But I don't know. I'm just guessing what I can. Anyway.
Suggestion is a beaut.
Aye, it's very cute.
And quite astute.
Yeah, I personally think it's kind of practical because
Yeah.
you have to be pretty damn tactical. For example, now a center might sell his vote to our lobbyists, but he could then very well go out and become a tool of agencies representing the Yule. Basically, it's like the definition of Democrats.
Well, I have a suggestion if everyone shuts up.
Oh yeah, the Borgia check. What's up?
I think we should all give pause to think about this Santa Claus. He is the man behind the scenes, the symbol
So that's
of what
Amity's
Christmas
mom.
means. If we
I don't
could
remember the
rub him
name.
out, my friend,
Milla?
our troubles
We're gonna go
would
with
be
Milla,
at an
right?
end.
Okay.
Just think how it would tickle us to liquidate St. Nicholas. A girl like me could fascinate the guy and then assassinate.
Really think he could do it, pretty one? I sure wouldn't be by pity one.
Sometimes you are an awful tease, my master Mephistopheles. Ain't I murdered several dozens? Poisoned uncles, aunts, and cousins. Doesn't my work down here in Hades make me first among the ladies? Men of virtue all have cussed me. I am sure that you can trust me.
Now of that we don't have any doubt of, Miss Portia, and I'm sure all of us have the hots here for ya. But sadly, many times a woman spy adores her victims. Girls make poor ambassadors!
Youch.
Do you imply that such defects are found inherent in my sex?
You're darn right I do, toots.
Well,
That's-
listen here, old Ironsides. You're headed for some cyanides. You've crossed a Borgia, and you know the consequences that follow.
Come on now, dudes. This is like very bad.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
nothing we can
surprised
gain
he
by
hasn't
getting
gone
all
into, like, an
mad.
outright
Let's just
war.
cast the DM foe. Get it? DM like we're in hell. What?
We get
no
it.
laughs
We
to
get
a
it.
mope? All those in favor of the motion made by the SOB Caligula, which was to pulverize the glamour of the holiday by using selected poisons of our choosing. All you morons in favor, please signify by rising to your feet and shouting aye.
Aye.
One vote in favor of Caligula. All those
That's
opposed.
Caligula himself.
Man,
Ooh.
sucks to suck, Caligula.
Sorry, Caligula.
Okay, so
No
how about
dice.
the Clan Brothers Nero's biz, which is to swing the hymns and pious music. All those for it, please respond by raising up a paw. Sorry, I ran out of rhymes for the moment.
I'm for.
All those against? Again! Man,
Ooh.
I honestly never thought that using jazz would work great. I mean, come on, it's not like this is 1938.
Womp
Okay,
womp.
now if the project agrees, is there anyone here who, like, totally agrees?
I do.
Okay, and the agree votes for himself. All those opposed?
Opposed!
Now, all those who favor the Borgia's cause, that being to eliminate Santa Claus. And all those opposed? I guess if the ladies have a way with them, she carried the frickin' day with them. All right, the motion is carried. Now let's decide which one of us will take old Nicky Boy for a ride. Let's all draw lots and thus settle the mute point of who will be sent to execute. Hee hee.
Hee hee.
Hello, this is your old chum, the Hilda Voce, visiting downwards
What?
eternal noche. Noche is Spanish for night, you know. It's merely a reference just to show that English isn't all I have to go by. Oh well, I guess I missed my calling. I should have been in Venture. You see, I'm stalling to give them time to finish the voting. Let's see now, Oh, how about some emoting of gassy torture? I mean, we are in hell, so it's not like I can give you treatment that's swell. So now
Don't
let's
go
go
there.
and scurry and hurry with our torture of Thomas Murray.
Wait, what? At this point, I think I'm immune to it at this point.
Can
Really?
something be seen I'd love to have fun with? Say the drawing should soon now be done with.
All right, the lot's been cast, and I'm so psyched to say that the honor has fallen on Nero's way. Now, Nero, my man, you are charged with a great task. It's the evilest deed that we could ask a fiend to do, and we'll be so proud of you.
Now, just one moment. How do I get there? Is it dry or is it wet there? Is it fact or fancy or just word of mouth that he lives at the pole? Is it north or south? If he dwells in the regions for which I've referred, must I pass through a camp of Admiral Byrd?
You know we have to do it.
And what should I use when it comes to the showdown? A gun? A dagger? Please give me the lowdown.
Now, Nero, baby, don't sound all like tragic. You'll get to Earth by the blackest magic. To create an express elevator is child's play for an expert spell creator, like moi. With a lot of pyrotechnic dazzle, we'll let you off in a hill in Basel. That's in Switzerland. From there, you'll go north, and after a while, you're bound to reach the fat dude's domicile. And once you get there, my fine Chuck Nero, all our work will have been for zero if you don't succeed at your assignment. A disadvantage of our confinement. In limbo's the fact that we only get one chance in all of eternal roulette of circumstances.
I know. If at first we don't succeed, we can try again. But there's no need because I will carry out the sin. Meaning, no offense, but do you mind if I take my departure hints?
Luck.
That, my friends, was a big brass gong. It's used in this story right along to indicate that we're about to travel to points where the plot will further unravel. And now, if Ambassador Nero elects, we'll have another lot of sound effects.
Please tell me, stranger, is this Basel, Switzerland, or is it already Donner and Blitzenland?
But Donner and Blitzenland's 5,000 miles away.
Thank
Hi,
you,
Liz.
chum. Have a smashing day.
See who's there.
Tell me, stranger, I've been walking inland for weeks. Where am I now?
In Finland.
Hi, Kermit. Wrong way.
Tell me, strange mouse, because I've lost
Mickey,
stock.
I'm guessing?
Where am I now?
In Vladivostok.
Guess we hit Russia.
After all these centuries of blistering heat, now I have to suffer from freezing feet. I'm winching in pain from this pesky toe.
Look, pal, I don't speak English. I'm an Eskimo.
Alaska, I guess. So we're just moving on. Good to see you, Canada.
I declare by my frenetic soul, I must be over the magnetic pole. My watch has stopped. Can that be right? I
have a
wonder.
watch?
A light! A light!
Hey, Santa's North Pole!
In
Made
a
it.
moment now, you'll hear me knock on Santa's door, and he'll unlock it, never to lock it ever again. Hee hee.
Hee hee.
I'm coming.
So is Doom.
Ho, 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 well.
How do you do, sir?
Very good. And you, sir? Wait, Johanna, you're
Johanna?
Santa Claus?
Now, there's no need to drop your jaws. Casting this dice is super progressive, you bloke, and you better not dare use the term woke. Besides, our friend VC is determined to build a much bigger fan base for the series Hilda.
Well, looking at
Yeah,
VC,
that sounds
I
like
guess
VC.
That figures. Progressivism, that dude always strikes to bigger.
Hey, I like to do it where I see fit.
I also help with casting a bit.
Well, introductions aside, won't you come right in? Take off your coat. I can see that your chin is frozen, and also your hands and knees. Sit down while I get you some antifreeze.
I
Don't
see
bother,
what he,
madam.
I
will
see
not
what he
be
did.
long. I'm about to perpetuate a fearful wrong. I've always strived to finish off my own mother, but I suppose any mom is as good as another.
Now take it easy.
Hey,
don't you play with
easy,
that
buddy.
gun. I know all about you, so I don't plan to run.
Really?
Haven't I had my agent scout you for weeks? You've come to a bosh Christmas, and let me just say...
Listen,
Zelda.
Santa, I'm no callow stripling. I've read Ernest Hemingway and Kipling, and also The Shooting of Dan McGrew, and plenty of detective stories too. So do you think that a chap with his reading so graded could have learned so little as to be dissuaded from the main objective? Like, don't make me giggle.
I'd feel a lot better if you didn't wiggle that gun. Much as I'm impressed with your education, I honestly believe that a figure of your station should have given more thought to the ways of man and less devotion to the cult of Pan.
By others, no doubt, your wisdom may be prized, but I didn't come here to be criticized. In fact, I came to dispatch my duty, so don't hand me any of this tutti fruity. If you have any last words that you want to say, then go ahead and spill them. I don't have all day.
What's the rush? Unless I counted wrong, the polar day has always been 6 months long.
Well, after I've disposed of you, I've got to hurry right back to hell, or they'll begin to worry.
Not about you, but your career in homicide. Do you think if you never came back, they'd have cried? Do you think the mere loss of you would make them hysterical? Their only interest is solely numerical.
Think so?
Yeah, wrong.
Mephisto wants to rule just as much as humanity as possible for reasons of personal vanity.
By the douche,
Well, to be fair, Trump's on his last term, so
Are there any children here? Will you permit
I
me
don't
to
think he's gonna
swear?
go for third.
My answer to that
At least
is
I hope
most
not.
definitely no. There are baby dolls down in the toy room below.
Oh, Claudius, oh, Cassius, oh, Napathaline, what a fool I've been, what a fool I've been. But wait, I think I see what you're after. You think you're as clever as a big Roman grafter. You remind me now of my own royalty, just to get me in the mood for disloyalty. Do you think I could be meanly deceptive to Satan? By Santa, I'm keenly perceptive. I can see right through all your clever
sure about that,
ruses.
buddy?
Nero can be plenty foxy when he chooses. I'll have you know that I'm partly a dreamer, partly awake, and partly a schemer. I'm partly philosophical and partly mystic.
That's why you ended up in hell,
Suppose you
huh?
fancy that you're highly artistic?
Fancy? Why, I have such a sense of beauty.
Don't hand me a helping of that tutti frutti. Any creature who really had beauty in their soul would appreciate Christmas. They would know on the whole, the idea of the holiday is one of such power that all the fiends down below would gnash their fangs at dower. Yet never in a million years could they do it any harm, 'cause it has glory, a greatness, a charm, that you, my fine fellow, know nothing about.
That's so? I'd be most keen if you'd inform me of these scenes that I've never seen.
Have you ever seen a Christmas tree tall and green, smelling of woodlands covered with sheen of
Feeling to the
silverness, its
artisan.
branches
I see where she's
bending
going.
low, with fruits of human kindness instead of snow?
No?
Have you ever been observant witness about what takes place any Christmas morning on a young child's face, with love and toys all over the place, or perceived any beauties purer than joys distilled in the hearts of little girls and boys? Have you ever watched a
feel like
fire
some of
in the
those were part of his
fireplace on
personal
a Christmas
Christmas
Eve,
videos.
or listened to Grace at a heavy table with fruits and cakes, and all the wonders that a kitchen makes? Have you ever the beauty of a sprig of holly, or felt for a moment how it feels to be jolly?
Golly, I guess I never
Guess not.
realized such things could be. But I must say it really does fascinate me. Just think of how long in ignorance I've slept.
It must have been the company you kept.
I was
True.
a wicked tyrant once who was kindness inept.
Ah, yes, but that was centuries ago. You had real no way of knowing.
Perhaps. But I guess I'll be going. I really should be getting on my way.
But do you really have to? Don't you want to stay?
You
I don't wanna
see,
stay.
I'm just a bit...
Embarrassed?
Embarrassed?
Yeah, but sad.
Now don't look so harassed. I know why it is that you came, and who it was that sent you. But that's all done with. I take it you repent
True.
of all of your past
Season's
mistakes.
all about forgiveness, after
With
all.
many pains and aches of conscience.
Then you are most welcome here. Please take your hat off, your coat, your muffler also. Take your spat off. What happened to the other one?
back on
No
the facts.
matter.
You'll be fine.
You're pretty thin, but you'll soon be fatter. I serve good food here. I'll get you a platter of steak and mushrooms, medium or rare. I bet you're as hungry as a
steak.
bear.
You know, a while ago you asked if I understood good cheer. I do so now, St. Nicholas. I see it standing right here. I wanted to ask you something, ma'am. Now, please don't give a yelp. Is there any sort of work to do where I can be of help?
Indeed there is. I have to punish someone naughty. And I think your experience of being so haughty while torturing down the bowels of hell will make that torture so much more swell. But first, you sin eat the sport. I've got a little trifle I'd like you to see. So you will sit right down here and strifle your curiosity.
Well, who'd ever think it? Will wonders never cease? Alas, after all these centuries, I am finally at peace. I'm so happy I feel a major buzz. It really shows you quite a lot what a little Christmas spirit does. As emperor, I envy the joy of lonely peasants, but...
Here you are, Nero, my boy. By way of Christmas present, I offer you a little gift.
But Santa, for what reason?
A very good one, sir. To wit, compliments of the season. We'll go ahead and open it. Why stand there reflecting?
I'm just collecting thoughts, Saint Nick. My thoughts I'm just collecting. Just think how far a tiny bit of fellowship would carry us. Oh,
Amen,
well.
brother. Amen,
What's
Nero.
this?
Hey, a
It's
new
a
bow.
Stradivarius. Why, thank you a million times. I don't know what to say to you. I'll tell you what I'll do, Saint Nick. I'll play for you. I'll play all night and all day, starting with the classic piece.
Don't let your love fly away.
Oh.
Hilda?
God damn it,
come
Hilda.
on,
Who put that
we'll
in
do a
there?
ton of bits. Okay, now here's some music.
Okay,
I'm sure you'll
thank
play it
you.
well. It's
Better.
a little piece entitled
Noel, Noel, can't believe there's Noel.
Noel.
Hi again. It's your Hilda Voce friend.
We're just here to tell you the story's at an...
Oh no,
Oh.
I've a score to settle with you two, and you're gonna think twice about trolling when we're through. You've played that bloody Fly Away song for almost 3 years, has annoyed Thomas so much he now lives in fears that his ears will bleed
Not really.
from hearing it one more time. So I'm here to tell you both with this rhyme that your reign of terror will stop for good. Both of you.
Donna,
Perhaps call your
I'm fine,
insurance you
really,
should.
but,
Oh, Mum, your words are just Christmas stuffing. It's pretty easy to see that you're bluffing.
Murray's already tortured me with every annoyance and music that humanity seeks sheer avoidance. Barney,
sure about that, partner?
Teletubbies, the frickin' baby shark. Can't say that your bite is much worse than your bark.
But you are forgetting, VC. I'm a ruthless demon that specializes in causing the screaming in folks with extremely torturous actions, in the same way you've done to
Sorry,
Murray
buddy. I
reactions.
got Joanna
You've had
and
it easy,
Zero on my
VC,
side.
But there is
Heads
no
up!
debating that this torture music is the most irritating piece of music ever written on Earth. In hell, we like to milk its agony for all it's worth.
You think you're not tough? My ass you can kiss. What have you got for us?
Go ahead.
How about this?
3, 2, 1. Oops.
So the next time you think about trolling Thomas,
We'll pull out the even bigger guns, and that is a promise.
Mayor, my plans to ruin the Yuletide may have been a bust, but at least you brought me this torture that to see is a must. Merry
Christmas, everybody! Well, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like that Christmas brain rot song. I swear, that gave even me a headache. Well, you think you'll ever learn? I mean, heck, got Joanna and Nero on my side. Boy, you think you learn? Guess not. Oops. Guess some days, you just never, ever learn. I guess that was the Caillou Christmas song? I don't even know who I want to watch it. Oh, I have an idea for the next one, but who knows? If they'll learn, who knows? Till next time, guys, thanks for watching. See ya.